Life doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in seasons. There's a season for clearing ground, for testing soil, for planting things we're not yet sure will live. And then there's a long season, longer than we expect, where the work happens underground. Roots searching, compost breaking down, seeds held in closed fists. Nothing visible, only faith in a process we can't yet see. And then quietly, something shifts. You don't wake up to a new world. You wake up in the same world, but you notice it differently. The light feels changed, the air carries a different weight, and you realize you are no longer in a season of labor. You're standing at the edge of a harvest. Not the final harvest, not perfection, the first harvest. This is where the stories often lie to us. They promise a grand arrival, a dramatic transformation, a moment where everything finally clicks. But those stories are mirages, or few and far between. They keep us chasing a future while ignoring the water already at our feet. The first harvest is humbler than that, quieter, and because of that, truer. It's the season of small wins. In the moment we look at our own life, not someone else's, not an ideal version, and for the first time in a long time, we don't only see what's broken, we see order emerging. After rooting into trust, after composting old pain into soil, after choosing seeds carefully, after learning how to water with attention and aim the sun of our focus, something begins to show itself. The garden isn't a wild thicket anymore. Not finished, never finished, but ordered. Not rigid, not controlled, ordered. The way an ecosystem is ordered. There was a quiet that wasn't there before. Not silence, stability. You know where the tools are. You know which plants are yours to tend and which are beautiful to observe, but not yours to uproot or chase. This is what the old teachers were pointing toward. Not prizes, not arrivals, but cycles, seeds, fruit. They didn't explain the mustard seed. They trusted you to live long enough to see it grow. And now, this is that moment. The small wins begin to appear. Anxiety rises, and instead of being swept away, there's a pause. Just enough space to ask, what is this feeling trying to protect? The pause is a harvest. Focus holds where it's used to scatter. An hour of real attention lands and stays. The focus is a harvest. A hard conversation unfolds. An old reflex starts to activate. But this time, you don't disappear into it. You hold your ground. That boundary is a harvest. A memory surfaces, failure, loss, shame. It's still there, but it no longer crushes you. Its edges have softened. You can sense the nutrient inside it now. It hasn't vanished. It's changed jobs. That is a harvest. And sometimes, it's smaller still, ending the day and realizing quietly that more promises were kept than broken. The water was drunk, the walk was taken, the inner critic was noticed and set gently aside. That integrity is a harvest. These are private victories. No applause, no announcement, but they are undeniable. They are proof that the inner architecture is changing, that the soil is alive, that the metaphors were never just metaphors. This is how wisdom actually arrives, not as lightning, as ripening. And it matters that we pause here, because celebration is not vanity, it's part of the cycle. If we don't acknowledge what was grown, we starve ourselves for the next season. We become planters who secretly believe nothing will ever bear fruit. So we stop. We feel the weight of the first fruit in our hand. We taste its sweetness. We acknowledge the sun, the rain, the soil, and our own perfect, faithful hands. The garden is ordered now. Not finished, but ordered. The paths are clear, the compost is rich, the beds are defined, we know what we're growing, and we're beginning to know how it tastes. This was never about control. It was never about certainty. It was never about perfection. It was about learning where to stand, what to tend, and what to release. The work continues, the seasons will turn again, but now we know. The ground can be trusted. The process is real, and the smallest choice, made with care, is enough to begin.